Today we're going to be discussing what is in my travel backpack. Now, this is everything for just general traveling purposes, so this is what I always store within the backpack. I used to also put clothes in there as well, but recently we've started putting clothes into actual, check-in bags for a change, because for some reason the check-in queues haven't been too bad recently. But to get started, this one here is the bag I use. It's an Osprey, I believe it's called, or Osprey Backpack. It's a backpacker's backpack. It actually attaches to an even bigger one on top of this, and it's not necessarily one that's like got all the compartments and everything like that you'd see on normal tech videos. So yeah, this one here is kind of more for literally just taking anything and not needing things to be like specific sizes to go within specific parts, but it does have some extra features as well that are kind of normal to any backpack. Now the first one, to be fair, which is normal for most backpacks but I find really just useful, is this bit here, which is this little hook, well, this little loop here, where one, you can just lift stuff out like this, makes it a lot easier to lift out, but also I normally tie my shoes to this, just because it means that you can carry an extra pair of shoes without really needing to take up any form of storage anywhere. Then as well as that, it's got two water bottle slots, or just bottles in general, or just whatever you want to put in them, typically obviously bottles. Now the first section is this bit just here, which is for just smaller items. Now I always put in here two things. I put in there my AirPods, and then as well as that my car keys. So for example, as you'll see in here now, car keys, AirPods. I might do a video on my car at some point as like a review, because I've had it for about a year now. Really nice car, so I think I might do so at some point. But yeah, I put those two in there purely because obviously they're small items, and as well as that, they're easy to grab on the go. If I need my AirPods just for a quick pop them in whilst we're walking around the airport if we want to just chill for a bit. And then with the car keys, pretty obvious, it just means that I know they're always there. I don't have to take them out ever, and then that way they're always just within one spot. I don't have to delve deep into the bag once we're actually back in the country to then go find the keys to then open the car. So it just makes things a lot simpler. Now, one thing that I personally really like with this bag is that in comparison to other backpacks that I've had, typically they kind of keep their structure. This one definitely molds around everything. So what you'll see here is that once I've opened it, you'll see that it kind of just folds back on itself, just means that it's really easy to grab everything. Now though, what we'll do is we'll start off with kind of more of the techie stuff that's in the bag. So first of all, you've got within the laptop compartment, my MacBook Pro. Now I don't always take this with me. Typically, if I'm honest, I don't normally do so right now. Once I actually start, like, for example, we just go away and I want to work on some stuff, then yes. But typically I actually take what is next up within this section, which is a small other compartment that has two things in it. One is a book, and the second one is an iPad mini. And this thing just slots in really nicely into this little slot here. I'll show you on screen now, but basically it just means that everything is really easy to find, and as well as that, the book, the iPad sits in there really comfy, won't get damaged in any way. Same with the laptop going in its own little compartment. But yeah, it just means that effectively easier to use. I don't see the point in carrying around my MacBook all the time, considering how much this costs in comparison to the iPad mini. When I'm traveling, I'm rarely doing anything like YouTube stuff, and also when I am traveling, I'll normally only really be taking photos of my camera and then editing them on Lightroom, which I can do on my phone, or I can do on the iPad mini anyway. So all around, there's no necessary need to take this anymore. Now, talking about cameras, we're going to talk about the first one, which is the Polaroid camera. Me and my girlfriend recently bought this when we were going to Iceland, and honestly, one of the best purchases. It's so cool just to use, and it makes you really just have to think about your photos before you're taking them. We've used up all 20, and our plan is to every single holiday just go buy a pack of 20, put them in here, get going. We take 20 photos during the whole holiday with this. Obviously, we still use our phones, we still use our cameras, but it just means that you can have physical ones that are just really nice to have, and there's just something sentimental about them that's really cool. And honestly, if you want to get into photography and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I would recommend one of these. Yes, overall, you can just use your phone. But yeah, really cool, really nice little product. Now, the other camera that I have in there as well is the camera I'm using to record right now, which is the Canon EOS RP, which I've made a video about reviewing it. And I take this with me for pretty much any form of trip and doing anything in general. Absolutely love taking photos with it. Great quality camera all round. And it also uses the 24-105 RF lens, which is currently got on right now. Absolutely superb lens, could not complain at all about it. The next one that sat with the iPad mini and book that I kind of forgot about was my passport. Very crucial. Definitely not a thing you want to forget whether that's in there. Now, normally I don't carry it on me like in the bag all the time when going around the airport. I'll normally keep this in the pocket just so that it's easy to use. Or my girlfriend just carries it around with her because she likes taking the passports around. But yeah, it just means that easy to grab hold of, and as well as that, once we're actually at the destination, I can just slot it in the bag, never have to think about it again. Then you have the bigger AirPods, the AirPods Max. Now these ones right here are great quality headphones, and for traveling, absolutely amazing at noise cancelling. I couldn't actually make any complaints about them when it comes to traveling because they're really comfortable to wear as well. I would say the closest thing is just that when, let's say, you want to try and sleep or something like that, they aren't the most comfortable, like trying to like lay your head anywhere because they are a bit weighty at times, but also just that obviously they're big headphones, they do take up a lot of space. So yeah, normally if I'm wanting to fall asleep, I'll probably just pop the little AirPods in and that sort of thing. So they kind of serve two different purposes, and these ones are absolutely great for any form of traveling. Next up is my wallet that I keep in my bag pretty much all the time up until I need it. Let's say, like in Iceland, I needed to get my wallet out so that I could show them my driver's license, that sort of thing. But yeah, really nice wallet. It is my own, just making you aware of that. It's minimal designs. You can check it out down below. Really nice quality leather. The only thing that's sad about this is that I sadly scratched a little bit of it with my keys the other day. Well, not the other day, about a month ago when I was putting them in my pocket, because I have, the house that I live in has got like the proper old school style keys for like big wooden doors. So yeah, can be a little bit of a pain when it comes to scratching it, but yeah, really nice quality leather, sits up to 6 cards on the inside, and as well as that just means that nobody can, you know, accidentally take the wallet and then start trying to pay for things, that sort of stuff. So yeah, really nice quality. If you are interested, check that one out. Then you've got some more hygiene stuff just towards smelling good. I've got an Osprey underarm, just deodorant stick, that's what it's classed as. I bought a pack of 6 or so, or a pack of 12 for like £10, so decent deal. I'm not sponsored by them, obviously, but very nice smell all round. Can't complain. Now, the next one is this Hugo Boss Aftershave. Smells really nice. This one here was a gift from my girlfriend's parents, and I normally use the one that's more like goldeny yellow sort of color. Really nice smell as well, but this one just kind of has a even like nicer smell. Smells really nice, but I don't know how to describe it outside of that. Don't really know my sense. I can't really turn around and tell you that it smells, oh, it smells nice and woody or spice or whatever they might you know, use as their descriptors. And then all the way at the bottom of the bag is this journal that I've now had for about 3 weeks. I've been journaling every single day for like the last like 4 months now. Quite a lot. So yeah, I ended up getting through my old journal pretty quick once I started journaling very actively over the last year. And then yeah, pretty much I just ended up going onto this. It's a really nice quality notebook. I'll have it down in the description. And again, I've mentioned this in a previous video, that if I had to get rid of this entire setup, then I would definitely keep this overall. This is probably like the one thing on this desk that if I had to get rid of everything, I'd keep this. Maybe the MacBook as well, actually, but this here, definitely amazing. Now, though I am missing a couple things that I am going to be adding to this bag in the future, which is things like a battery pack. I did have one for Iceland, however, it wasn't charging. We only found that out once we got there, and yeah, wasn't great. It's a really nice one that I had for about 3 years, but I'm going to be upgrading to, well, downgrading depending on your opinions on it, but I'm going to get the Apple one, so the one that attaches to the back, the MagSafe one. Really like it, and I think it's just really nice and convenient, so I don't see an issue with getting it. But then as well as that, you might be asking, where are all the cables? Now, they can fit in this bag, however, what me and my girlfriend typically do is all the cables go into her bag, and then I carry all of the heavy, just tech stuff. That way it's just easier load on both of us, and then for her, she doesn't have to put things like all of her clothes and that sort of thing, so it can just all go into the checked luggage. It just works out nicer for both. And yeah, normally as well, if I was to add on things, for example, when I went to New York, I ended up taking everything with me for an entire week's worth of a trip in that bag. I was very surprised. I got things like, I think I got 2 pairs of jeans, a jacket, a hoodie, my Switch, a bigger book than what I've got in here now, and then I got in there like I think a good few other things, like a lot of stuff fitted in there. Very surprising. So if you are interested in learning that, just roll all of your clothes. Rolling everything makes everything fit so much easier. Overall though, I am going to be changing up kind of my travel bag overall, probably upgrade the bag in the future, but for now it serves its purpose, does its job really well. I want to get a sling bag for just easy access, for example going through an airport, but also being able to just have a bag that I could take with me, let's say just get my passport out really easily and just have everything in at quick convenience. Now, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and do subscribe for more content on this channel. I make tech videos and productivity content on this channel, primarily tech, and yeah, hopefully, like I said, I might do a review on my car at some point, maybe, as I've seen a couple Ollier videos and he's inspiring me to make a video about my car, but who knows if anyone would be interested in that. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, do subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.